Hey, what's up? DFS Rico coming at you with my picks and insight for this EU Masters 2-game slate on Thursday, April 30th. This is just for the EUM1 on DraftKings, the featured slate. Yesterday I did have some luck on the slate. I actually tied for first place on the Trident / 3 entry again. I tied with 9 other people, so the $3 entry, $9 in entries ended up turning into I think it was $102, which was pretty sweet. That's like my third top 3 finish in probably 3 out of the last 5 days, which is pretty awesome. I'm on a hot streak right now, so that's pretty good. But also, before I get started, if you can subscribe, please subscribe if you watch it and if I help you in any kind of way. Comment if you have any questions. I'll gladly get back to you. Try my best to lead you in the right direction. Remember, these picks are usually just my insight in picks, and it is what I'm playing. I don't play a lot of lineups, so if y'all lose following my picks, and I lost too, just so y'all know. I'm not leading you guys in the wrong direction. I'm trying to win you guys as much money as I'm winning as well. So maybe even more, depending how much you bet. But yeah. So yeah, to get started, we got Gamers Origin versus YDN Gamers, and we got Team Gamer Legion over BTXL. This is another group. I think this is Group B out of the EU Masters. They're all going to end up playing each other today or on the 30th. They'll all end up playing each other at least once, and then the group stage for I think is Group B will be done. You got Gamers Origin 3-0. YDN Gamers is 1-2. They beat, and then you got Gamer Legion is 2-1, and BTXL is 0-3. So Gamer Legion, in my opinion, has the best matchup. YDN Gamers, after looking back at the film and the highlights, they were in most of their games for most of the game. They just kind of had some mishaps, bad team fights. I think it's personally things that can get cleaned up. So I kind of like YDN Gamers in an upset, but Gamers Origin is probably what I'll own in most of my lineups just because they're the safest. They're the biggest favorites on the slate by a lot. Gamer Legion and XL is actually closer. I will be like I said, I play a couple lineups. I do like Gamers Origin and Gamer Legion to win, but I do think Gamers has a bigger chance to upset than BTXL, just in my opinion. From what I've seen, Gamer Legion has the highest upside as well on this slate from all 4 teams as far as looking at numbers and just activity on the map. They just seem like they're the better team. Not the better team, just the more active team. So usually leads to kills and assists, which you're going to want, obviously, if you're going to want to plan on winning. So I'm going to be looking at a lot of 4-3 stacks, just picking the favorites. So I do like Shemek. He's probably the weakest top laner out of all of them, 0.7 kills per game. He's practically got 1 kill, no more than 1 kill in any game. In my opinion, he's the weakest top laner out of all of them. I do really like Gabo if you're picking YDN to win. 2.3 kills per game, 4.0 assists per game. A lot of these 4 teams are pretty slow. Phones, if you'll notice, has the highest, but only because they had this 3-game slate over here. If you take that out, though, he's still averaging about 4 or 5 kills per game. Other than the last game, he didn't get a kill versus Gamers Origin, but last game versus BTXL, he went 4-0. So it's not too bad. I do like Phones a lot. Phones is probably my favorite top laner on this slate. If I am doing like a Gamer Legion stack, he's someone I'd plug in right there. So let's just get that in there. Then you got Blue Razor for Gamers Origin. Probably my second favorite jungler on the slate. 3.3 kills per game, 8.7 assists per game. I do prefer Rabble. I've noticed I prefer a lot of the Gamer Legion guys over anybody on the slate. Like I mentioned, Tabasco is another guy I would play if I am playing YDN. Not a huge fan of Taxer. Hasn't shown me much from what I saw from the film. So I do like Rabble. I'll plug that guy in. For my mid laner, don't know how to pronounce his name, but the mid laner for Gamers Origin, I'm not even going to try. 3.7 kills per game, 4.3 assists per game, not bad. Gamer Legion's Knight, 4.5 kills per game, 6.8 assists. Been playing pretty solid in the EU Masters. Has shown a lot of upside, 30-plus point upside in single games at least, so it's pretty solid. Phantomless is probably the best player from YDN if you are going to be playing them. He had 13 assists last game, so it kind of skewed his numbers. But he does have the highest KDA. He's usually dying the least on the team as well. Attack damage carries. I like Smiley. Smiley's my favorite play from Gamers Origin. I notice he practically gets all the kills. It looks like they just funnel everyone towards him. They kind of build around him, which some teams do that. They like to build certain lineups around their bot lane or their mid laner, and Smiley benefits from that. If Smiley's succeeding, is doing part because the rest of his team is funneling everything towards him. And then Yarnan for Gamer Legion. So I'm known to play a lot of like different type of AD carry. Doesn't play your typical AD carry. He usually plays mages as his AD carries, which is fine. He will play AD carries as well, but most of the time he's playing like mages, like typical mid laners. He's playing them as AD carries, which is kind of different. It's a strategy that does work, as you can see. I mean, he has high upside as well. Before this tournament, in the play-ins, he was playing really good. Obviously, he's playing tougher competition now, so it will be a lot tougher, but he's been playing solid. I do like him. And I like ends for YDN, 4.3 kills per game, 2.7 assists per game. I do like, I mentioned, I like ends can pull off the upset. I feel like I'm more confident in them pulling off an upset than BTXL. Just for some reason, I don't know. Vegas doesn't see it, but I just have this gut feeling. And usually when I have one, I just try to go with it. But I'll probably just play like 1 or 2 lineups with it, and the rest of them I'll have Gamers Origin in it. Hustling Beast, nothing too crazy. Wisdom, 0.8 kills per game, 13.0 assists. Leads the slate in assists, so I do like pairing him up with the bot laner. If you are going to be playing either Yarnan or Knight, I like that. I mean, you can obviously play both of the carries, but you're going to want to play a carry from the other team as well that you pick. So if I was to pick off that, I would probably just go Yarnan right now on this one. I do like him. His champion pool is a little bigger than Knight's, so I do like him. Doesn't really fit the meta right now, but I do like him a decent amount. And then, like I mentioned, back to the teams. Gamers Origin. I'll have a ton of Gamers Origin and a ton of Gamer Legion. And then I'll probably sprinkle in a little bit of YDN Gamers with a little bit of Gamer Legion just to pair them up. Been doing 4-3 stacks. Been doing 3-3-1 stacks. That has been working, which is kind of odd. If you do like a 3-3 stack, let's say with Gamers Origin and Gamer Legion, if you can pick the game that's going to be closer, like BTXL or YDN Gamers, usually you'll have to do the cheaper team. You can put the cheaper team in the captain slot, and it ends up letting you play 2 AD carries or 2 mid laners in your lineup. All you need is for your carry to really pop off in your captain slot. And it's usually like a 5 to 10 point difference between the winning team and the losing team. Like, this is not a good example, 8 points, 1 point. But when I was playing like this, for example, 12 points versus Gamers Origin, BTXL got, and then their loss, they got 14. Sometimes the winning team only gets like 22 to 24 points, which isn't too bad to overcome if you have an AD carry in your captain spot. That's practically just like 2 kills. That's 6 points, plus you get the half. That's 8 points, right? About 9 points right there. If you get 2 kills and 2 assists, you practically beat that score already. And we all know AD carries and mid laners have higher upside than the team, so try it out. It's been working for me, honestly. It's kind of been the reason I've been winning lately. It's been working out on these smaller slates specifically. In the bigger slates, I could see not playing that, but in this slate, I do like doing that. It works out pretty decently. But yeah, that's really it. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Subscribe, like, comment. Thanks for watching.